Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this reading. This reading is for all Gemini, and it's for the month of June, a little bit over 2026. My dear Gemini, this is all about your money, your work, your career, your finances, everything you need to know about your money, what's coming, what's hidden, what's about to take place, all of it. What are important factors for all of you. Thank you all for being here. I'm in gratitude to all of you. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you the best of the best in everything you do, and there is the message for you all. Let's see what it says. It says the sun, which is beautiful. The sun is about abundance. The sun is about healing. The sun is about warmth. It's great for partnerships. It's the golden energy of the sun that brings fortune and fame, recognition for hard work, but mostly fortune and abundance and healing. All of that coming to you, my dear Gemini. Prepare yourself. Okay. Yes, sorry, I was thinking about something. Because I feel like something's happening with Chiron leaving Gemini and going to Taurus. And when Chiron leaves, it's that I feel like the sun is shining in your life because of that. And of course so much more, but I'll just leave it at that. For anyway, moving on to the next level, the next messages, there's the strength, and the second one shows freedom. You are going to be freed from a lot of worries and a lot of issues and a lot of financial issues. There's a lot of success coming with the eagle, freedom and success both together. And also there is something to do with partnerships and needing strength to the core of the matter, to the foundation of the matter, to the fundamentals. You have to look at everything, and you are going to be given a lot of strength to overcome situations to do with partnerships. Very interesting. It could be business or love, even though this is a money reading, but it can also be sometimes our love relationships do affect our well-being, our work sector, our finances, and everything like that. Anyway, my dear Gemini, I'm going to ask a question regarding something you've been thinking about and you want an answer to. An answer for every Gemini, the truth, or maybe guidance. It says, remain positive. Remain positive, things are going to get better. Remain positive. Okay, that's very important. All right. Moving on to the next level, which is, I'll take 2 tea leaves, or 3. Okay, so there's the first one. And there's 4. Okay, 4 have come up. Right, let's have a look and see what are the messages. The wall is about misunderstandings. Sometimes there can be misunderstandings, and that could cause a problem. It could be happening with an older gentleman. Dealing a relationship with an older man, there could be misunderstandings, and you got to pay attention when that happens so that you can rectify the problem. When they show us misunderstanding, it means they need to be resolved. There are obstacles to be overcome, and you are going to be able to do that. It does show an archway, which is new opportunities, possibilities, paths that are opening up for you, which are going to bring you a lot of resolutions. So even ideas and new paths are going to bring you resolutions to these misunderstandings or these problems. This could be 2 separate matters. Now I'm going to take on 2 messages from another deck to see the truth for all Gemini. I'll be cutting only once, so we need 2 messages. Is there anything that opened up? No. Right. And there's the first one, and there's the second one. You might be dealing with someone that is of air energy or earth. It looks like to me air energy, someone like Aquarius, or somebody that might have Aquarius in them, or Libra or Gemini. Someone that is very honest and straightforward. And sometimes this could be a little bit painful. You could be also meeting someone that is of earth energy coming into your life new also. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Somebody that's very hardworking, industrious, earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But we'll find out more about them when I clarify them. We'll understand exactly what this is all about. And maybe these 2 other messages here will help us understand what's going on. Let's have a look. Right. It says victory and success is destined for you. Just like the sun, victory, success, great victory, and a lot of recognition and a lot of healing. So if there is situations that are bothering you, you are going to be healed, that's for sure. Let's take one more for all Virgo. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry. Why did I say Virgo? A lot of Gemini do have Virgo in them, but that just came out of nowhere. The truth. Okay. And we have leaving the past and saying goodbye to the past. Some of you could be leaving someone of air energy. Some of you could be meeting a new air energy and saying goodbye to someone else. But these are both new people, so there could be air with earth in them. I do feel like there is a little bit of loss, grieving the loss of someone. Now, this person that you might be grieving, yes, and there's a lot of obstacles and challenges. This grieving the loss of someone could be someone of earth energy, someone that works really hard, like a hard-working person. This could be grieving their loss. Okay, moving on to the next level, which is going to be these two messages from this deck here. Let's see. What else do you need to know, my dear Gemini? And there's one. And there's the other one. Okay. Since it's a money reading, I might do the third one. There isn't. No, stick to two. Okay. So let's have a look. It says here that a lot of paperwork, a lot of contracts. This is something you're doing and you're learning as you go. It might be a new job where you're learning how to deal with contracts and paperwork. Some of you might be starting a new job to do with writing. Some of you could be taking a class, education, doing something to improve your education, your skills. Some of you could be dealing with lawyers or even thinking about law and doing situations to do with law. And then we've got the frame, which is all about steady income, organizing all your accomplishments, getting them all together. Some of you could be self-employed, starting your own business. Some of you could be dealing with arts, design, home-oriented, working from home even. All of that is becoming possible for you. So that is wonderful. Now the next one is two messages from this deck, and then I'll clarify the truth for all Gemini. Let's have a look. There's the first one, freedom, which is wonderful. The stallion. And there's the other one. The stallion is like the eagle. It is all about freedom, and you're having your freedom this year. 2026 is the year that you're becoming free. And I'll talk about this first. Both of them are very good. The stallion is about freedom, and it's about breaking free. Strong emotions, desire is going to be driving you. It's going to be the driving force to get you out of a situation. A lot of success. This could be happening to people who are dealing with, or their names have the initials A for Antarctica, Alaska. There is a situation that you're freeing yourself from, maybe due to some sort of energy that is the cause of it. It won't tell me what. There is just that. We'll leave it at that. Now, the other part is agreements. This could be upgrading your life, engagement, moving to the next level in your relationship, number one. But the main one is about trust. It's about commitments and contracts. Again, we have contracts, which was this part here, right? Contracts and agreements. This could be also, working with someone and dealing with partnerships. Some of you could be working in business, but there are promises. There is also closure and freedom again, and the letter A again. We have A twice. The letter A, Antarctica, someone that's got A in their name, is going to be again the number of freedom this year, and contracts and agreements. Okay, that's wonderful. Now I'm going to clarify the cards, and then we'll move forward to the next level. Now I'm going to see what is this emotional loss for all Gemini. What is it that you are losing and grieving the loss of? Who? You are going to be happy after this grieving, and you are going to be set free. Maybe whatever it is that you're saying goodbye to is going to release you. There's freedom again. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom from something horrific. And you are going to be free with no worries in the world. Nothing to worry about. And I also feel like this is the Aquarius card. This could be dealing with someone that's got air energy Aquarius in them. But there's a lot of happiness. Extraordinary amount of happiness, and getting a lot of fulfillment, and your wishes are happening, which is really wonderful. That is great news. And that comes to the fact that so much is happening with this part here in your life, which is really wonderful. the sun bringing you, and the victory. This is very important, all of these united. The victory, the sun, and the Ten of Cups, which shows abundance of happiness, joy, a lot of happiness, extraordinary amount of happiness coming your way, and you are going to be thriving and enjoying every bit, every part of this. So that's really great. And now we move on to the next level, which is, oh yes, and of course the sun brings you healing and also brings you freedom. So there's another important factor here, healing and freedom. This is really incredible, because you need to know that when you're free from all cares and worries, that means you've reached a level of absolute happiness and contentment. So there's a lot of that happening. Freedom is all over the place. So freedom can mean many things. Freedom from worries, from challenges. There were challenges. You're getting freed from those challenges. So that is wonderful. Moving on to the next level, which is the victory and success that we talked about. Let's have a look at that. Where is that coming from? It comes at a time where I'll take 3, where you are leaving a situation where you're feeling trapped, unhappy, discontented, constant battle, everyday argument, daily battles, the truth that was bombarding you and hurting you, and you were feeling stuck, that's coming to an end. Wow. And that's why you are celebrating, and that's what you are being set free. Now I understand where the freedom comes from. You're being set free and you're moving forward. There could be a proposal or a proposition, actually, from someone of water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They might come up with an idea or something they want to advise you. It's possible. Let's have a look at who the Page of Swords is for all Gemini. Right, it could be someone that might have Aries or Leo in them. It could be someone, either one maybe, somebody that will maybe offer you a position of power. You are going to be very much empowered, and you are given the strength. So we have the strength card twice. You are going to be given the strength to move forward. Torn between whether you should or go or stay, or 2 situations, 2 paths. That's going to be cleared with the sun's abundance that's coming in your life and shining a lot of abundance in your life. I also feel like there could be a position of leadership coming your way. You could be offered that. You are going to be exceptionally strength. Strength is going to be given to you on a high level. And I feel like maybe this is where you are maybe considering to do your own thing, self-employment, or, you know, finally having the strength and the courage to do something that you love a lot, and, you know, something that you could work for yourself or at home, or a side hustle that's going to be all yours. Something like that could be happening. But the strength that's given to you is very powerful, and it can take you to high levels of achievements and success, especially having the sun there. Achievement, success to the highest level and degree. So that's very important to know. Now, and of course, the power and the glory of the Emperor is incredible. There could be an offer coming from an Aries also, or it could be just an offer, a very high level offer. Anyway, moving on to the next level, which we'll find out who or what is the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. Is this the person that you're grieving the loss of? Because I somehow felt, yes, this person might have Cancer in them. There could be a Cancer here. This is some truth that's coming to light. It's going to affect you on a grand scale. It could be connected to a Scorpio born of the Chinese year of the dog. But seeing the truth and revealing is going to help you see your path clearly and know what you have to do once a lot of truth is revealed. But there is money coming your way, that's for sure. And this can also be connected to an air energy. There is an air energy also, again, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Aquarius was very strong here because you had the Fool. Money is coming your way big time. So this money could be a situation that you might be shown what to do. Maybe you're starting your own business and this is going to bring you a lot of abundance. Maybe it's study that you're doing. Maybe it's just wealth that's coming your way. And this wealth could be bringing you maybe a lot of power and strength to start your own thing, your own business, or own partnership with someone. Doing something that's self-employment, that you are going to be the boss. But money is coming and giving you the power to help others who are less fortunate. So that is there for you. And it's very strong and very possible. So that's great news. Now we move on to the next level, and that's that one. Now there are 2 messages from another deck we're going to go through. Let's see what else you need to know. What else is important for all Gemini? We need 2 messages. The truth for June onwards. Okay, so there's one. And there's the other one. Okay, finding sanctuary. This is when you open your heart and finally find where you belong and where your path is. And that's very much connected to the moon, because the moon is what illuminates and reveals what's hidden so that you can see your path clearly. Finding your sanctuary is finding your happiness where you're happy. Opening your spiritual source and finally knowing what you need to do, where you are happy, and how to change your life if you're not happy to a better position. But a better life is destined for you, it looks like to me. You're overcoming a lot of obstacles, and once you do, you can overcome anything. You're becoming so empowered. That's why they said strength. They're giving you so much strength and so much power, and so that you can have your freedom and conquer that and not need for anything, which is really wonderful. Now I'm going to take 3 messages from another deck, which I want the truth, and the truth that I want, because they're saying you're finding a lot of resolutions with the bridge. 3 truths with time frames from June onwards for every Gemini. Well, the first one has started already, and this is about healing. This is where you're grieving the loss of someone, and then you'll start healing. A lot of healing, a lot of love, and an ending. You're saying goodbye to someone. There is an ending, but you will heal from it, and it's happening around June or 12 weeks from now, or 12 weeks from June, actually, not from now. From June, it's June, and 12 weeks thereafter. The second message for all Gemini, another truth, it says prepare for a great change. It's happening in May. It's already started, but it's going to take up to 5 months for it to complete. Major changes happening in your life, May, and 5 weeks up to 5 months from there on. The next one for all Gemini is domestic harmony. You will finally have peace at home. You will have peace in your work, in your home, in your life, in your home life, in your work life. There's going to be peace and harmony. No more conflict. There was a lot of issues. They're all coming to an end, and there's going to be a lot of success coming your way and a lot of healing both together, especially when a karmic situation comes to an end. There is a karmic chapter that you're in now, and for many Gemini, this is coming to an end this year, 2026. And it looks to me like from June to October, you'll start seeing the signs, and then it finally will take place that you will see there is something karmic that you're in, and it does need for you to put an end to it. And it's going to happen, and it's happening between 10 weeks all the way to October. Very interesting, all the way to October. All right, we move on to the final message. Did I clarify? Yes, I did. The final message, I want to know 1 or 2 messages from the Chinese cookies. Is there anything else you need to know? Okay, so commitment. Very nice. It says here that a commitment is indicated around love. Remember I said love. There's love all over. 6 is connected to love. It's connected to the Chinese year also of the tiger. We've got Chinese year of the dragon here, very strong. But the snake is controlling everything. June is going to be very, very around your birthday time is going to be very impacting you on a grand scale. And then we've got Chinese year of the snake, the Chinese year of the dragon, and Chinese year of the rooster and the rabbit. Okay, now a commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Now this is the what they're talking about. This is a commitment. It's an agreement. It can be to do with love, a relationship, upgrading to the next level, or it can be a partnership that you might be going into. You might be offered a partnership, because we did see which I didn't take out, which was the Knight of Cups, which is a proposal or proposition. So there is that. And then we've got a surprise. It says a disappointment will be followed. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching, or partnerships, or some sort of an enterprise. But there is a great surprise. When a disappointment happens, remember, it's going to be followed by a pleasant surprise. So that's good news in that way. But you are going to be conquering a lot. The sun is going to be in your path. There's a great victory, a lot of money coming your way, and commitments and support. You are very much supported, a lot of healing, and possibly an amazing, powerful life, and an offer you can't refuse with the Emperor. And that is the end of your reading. My dear Gemini, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. And I wish you all the best in everything you do. A lot of love and light in everything you do. Namaste.